Hey, welcome to Backyard Breakdown. This is going to be a channel completely dedicated to all the projects that my wife wants me to do, and I haven't even started or finished for that matter. So, with that being said, our first project is going to be painting our kitchen cabinets. Now, my wife has wanted these cabinets painted since before we moved in. We had this house built. It wasn't specifically custom, but it was built new. The builder was completely against doing white cabinets. They had already picked out the cabinets. They bought them in bulk, or there was some sort of predetermined order system, and we could not get white cabinets. We tried and tried. They refused to budge. So alas, we've dealt with the brown cabinets for about 6 years now, and my wife is finally fed up. So white cabinets she gets. We found some nice white paint from a company online, and that has been shipped to us. We just received it the other day. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now that we have all of the supplies and the paint together, let's go ahead and start taping off all of the drawers and hinges so that we don't get any paint on them. Honestly, that's as far as we got with the tape. It's going to be more trouble than it's worth. My wife came up with a great idea that we'll just paint around the hinges with a makeup brush, so that way we don't have to tape off every single hinge, as each cabinet for the uppers and lowers for that matter are triple hinged. So it's just a huge time savings to not have to tape off all of the stuff. Additionally, we can paint around the insides of the drawers when we're doing the back of the drawer face with that same makeup brush. So it works out great. Now, the next thing we have to focus on is degreasing the cabinets. The company that we went with sold a degreaser, so we just went with that. Basically, you wipe down the cabinets, top to bottom, sides, all the places that you're going to paint, and it puts everything down to a nice clean surface. It gets rid of all the grease that's built up, gets rid of all of the grime and grit. That way you can paint directly on a nice clean surface and the paint adheres properly. Everything seemed to go pretty well with the degreaser, but we couldn't quite reach the cabinets above the fridge. My wife's little short arms couldn't reach from the ladder because the fridge was in the way, so we came up with a solution. So after having my face smushed into the refrigerator for a few minutes, I think it's time that we finally get this painting started. So we specifically got enough containers so that everybody could paint. I got a 15-year-old, an 18-year-old, and my wife. So I felt like we could get this done pretty quickly. Where are the kids at? I got one on Tinder and the other one laying down with the dog. So after about 2.5 hours of painting, we got the first coat done. Let's check it out here with the update. The first coat is complete. I have everything situated, getting ready for coat 2. The island is going to be a gray color, so we're going to paint that last. And we are looking forward to starting the second coat, which is going to be a pain in the butt. Things are looking great. Check it.
Exciting. And stage of painting.
For the sake of time and maximizing resources, we felt like it would be a good idea to go and get a couple extra paint dishes and a paintbrush so that we could do the island and the next 2 coats of white paint at the same time. Since we have the kids and seemingly today their undivided attention, we felt like adding the extra paintbrushes and dish would be worth our time and trip to Home Depot. So away we go to the store. Normally I'd shoot some video in Home Depot while we were picking out our paintbrushes, but they didn't really seem too fond of that today. I think they were too busy counting the people in and out of the store due to this whole situation. Well, now that we're home, let's get things caught up and check in on the status.
Like, she can't bend over.
Medium brush. Which one? A brush. Small or big? I only have small for this.
What are you working on right now?
This.
Then give me the big.
Ow, 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 ow.
Daddy,
You please using your arm like this. What does anal mean?
So in the context of painting, I believe what she meant was anal character, which is a group of personality traits including meticulousness, compulsiveness, and rigidity as defined by dictionary.com, not something else. So that may have been a little uncomfortable. So honestly, I don't even know what coat we're on. But things are coming along great. It's looking awesome, and the kitchen looks amazing. I have to say, I stepped away to start doing some video edits, and Riley really stepped up to the plate. She's been taking care of a lot, and it looks like this island came along really, really well. The gray just absolutely pops. So once we get the hardware put back on and all that cleaned up and painted black, I think it's going to look really, really good.
stay free of painting.
So we're starting the 5th and final coat. With this coat, we are going to go meticulously, square inch by square inch, covering exactly every single spot that we need to make sure that we have an even final coat. And once this coat is done, we'll put on the new knobs. We got some black pools. Things are going to come out very nicely. The island finished up yesterday with just 2 coats, but it looks like this white's going to take this 5th and final coat. Okay, so I got a little impatient, and although we're still painting up top and getting all this white done, went ahead and with the finished island, we put the pools on, and wow, do they look great. Just absolute good contrast with one another. And then we come around to the other side of the island, and they just really pop. Everything looks absolutely great. Couldn't ask for more. The contrast between the two is just absolutely great, and I just can't wait to see how the white with the black pools is going to look in the finished product. We're getting close.
Nothing's gonna save you from the fallout. I got you where I want you now. Nothing's gonna save you from the fallout. I got you where I want you now. Nothing's gonna save you from the fallout. I got you where I want you now. Nothing's gonna save you from the fallout. I won't let up. I won't let
And just like that, she's done. Transformed completely from brown cabinets. We got a nice gray island with a bluish hue to it. White uppers and lowers, black pools. Everything came out really, really well. Really pleased with the outcome. And what's most important, the wife is pleased with the outcome. Thanks for coming along on this project with us. We really appreciate it. If you could give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. If you have any questions about the products that we use or the process that we did, just drop a comment below and we'll get back to you. If you'd like to see projects like this or other things that we do in the future, remember to subscribe to the channel and click that bell for the notifications. See you in the next one.